Welcome to this very special edition of the KAJ Masterclass Live, the show which ensures that you profit from your time spent here with experts, either through their industry insights, information, or simply learning from them. And today we have with us Grace Najean. She is a soulful leadership coach, keynote speaker, founder of the Soulfluence Method, and we'll learn from her how one can integrate body, mind, and consciousness and can transform the way we lead, live, and succeed. Welcome to the show, Grace.
Oh, thank you so much for having me here, Jay. I really appreciate your time and your, invitation.
You are welcome. Welcome to the show, Grace. Welcome to India in this online form. And I'm sure not just in India, but a lot of people across the globe will benefit from what we are going to talk right now. We'll be learning about soulful leadership and also about the Soulfluence method that you have got. We'll talk in that backdrop. But before that, let's understand a bit about your journey, your background, so that audience knows who they are listening to.
Yes, yeah. I think I was born as a high achiever. And I think I was raised to be a high achiever, and I've been living all my life as a high achiever, right? I don't know if it's a cultural thing or it's a family or it's my personality, whatever. So the good thing with a high achiever is that you do a lot, right? So I have a lots of experience in my life, which is a very I'm so grateful for that because as a coach, I think that's a big gift. Life lessons, right? So I was born in Korea and then I went to Europe. So after high school, and I lived in Europe in Paris and 19 years again. And then I'm now in Australia in Perth since 17 years. So obviously every 19 years I move the country and then the continent. So I'm multicultural background, obviously. I speak Korean, French, and English is my third language. I was a professional pianist when I was young. You can see the piano at the background. So that's why I picked this. For 15 years, 3 to 6 hours every day, I practiced every day. And then I went to Europe and I gave up piano for personal reason. And then I became like a businesswoman. So I did all the degrees I could do as a high achiever, master degrees, MBA, all that. And I worked in corporate world for 10 years in Paris. And then I came here in Australia and I wanted to do something new and then some more meaningful things. And I started a coaching study and I became a coach. So I'm a coach since 2012 and including 8 years being Tony Robbins coach. So I coached only for his clients at 3,000 hours and all my clients together over 5,000 hours now. And I'm serving all the leaders, entrepreneurs, and high performers around the world to be the best version of themselves with the happiness.
Right, right. So your coaching method, which has the biggest influence? Your looking at the world in a different way, your multicultural background, or working with Tony Robbins. What is the biggest influence that you have got in your coaching?
The soul. That's why the reason why I created a Soulfluence. So my coaching brand name is Soulfluence, influenced by soul, leading by soul. Yeah. So I've been doing this personal development for over like 13 years now. And coaching is not a job for me. It's really the way of living and for myself and how I can lead myself and to serve others. So yes, as you mentioned, there's a part of Tony Robbins. There are lots of other parts of a mentors, spiritual group. But the moment it all changed was I had the heart chakra awakening experiences. And especially as a corporate woman, I didn't know what was yoga, what was meditation. I was like, this is after retirement, I was not interested. And suddenly that came when I decided to become a coach. So I think that was a blessing and a gift from the universe to serve, the better other people. So when that heart chakra awakening happened, I was almost frightened because I didn't know what it was. It took me a while to understand what it was. And then I started my journey in spirituality, for instance, the Oneness University in India as well. And I did a TM, Vipassana meditation, all the spiritual, gurus, and yoga practice, Qigong practice, Tony Robbins and Dr. Dispenza. So name all of them, right? At the end, recently, I realized that it's not only one helped me, it's everything. So even my piano experience, right brain, left brain as a businesswoman, and it's this spirituality as the whole. Um, so that's why I created that Soulfluence method, which is body, mind, soul. So it's a little bit different for me. Body is a vessel. Your mind is compass, and your soul consciousness is the light. So when we say body, it's not only physical body. Yes, of course, we need to have energy. As a you Indian background, you should understand so well this chakra, right? Energy centers, right? So I think when I say that the body is really the energy centers, for me, it's a more like a mechanism of you know function to how can I say operate your body well. So I really focus on that centers energy work on the top of your body work, because your brain obviously and hearts are part of your body. So if you don't have a energy in your body, you can't and when I say that mind is really that heart and brain coherence. So how we can function together in combination of brain and heart together. And finally, the light is once you can remove that mind, the troublesome of that mind, and then finally you can connect with who you really are. You can call it God or universe or whoever, right? But I think that's true yourself. And once you connect with that, that's where you become really true, powerful leader.
Absolutely. But you see, we are talking about leaders, and you want them to be soulful, leaders. Soulful leadership you talk about. What is this soulful leader? They will say we are into business. We are not in the business of understanding the soul. We are into business of understanding profits, top line, bottom line, whatever line, and my bank account. Why you are talking about all these things, Grace? You are wasting our time. What would you like to tell? Why is it important to know about soulful leadership?
Yes, of course. Everybody has a soul, even if we deny, but we lost it, but it doesn't mean we don't have it, right? It's where you start to feel, it's not right, I'm not happy, that kind of feeling, right? Till depression or, burnout, everything happens, right? So, my clients, when they come, for instance, they ask me, hey, Grace, I want to be happy. And simply ask back, what makes you happy? Silence. They don't know. They don't know. Maybe they have a new car, new house and a title, position, but they really don't know what makes them truly happy and content or fulfilled, right? Because they've been leader, so they serve everyone. They serve their company, they serve their team, their KPI, their clients, their family, children, and they are the last one. And they has been doing this so long time, they're disconnected. They don't even know who they are sometimes, right? That's where the unfulfillment comes from. So for me, the first step of leadership is self awareness, which is soul. I call soul it. It's a little bit of like a religious connotation, but for me, soul is yourself. So self awareness is the space and a place to start with.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I want to understand. You talk about, about the identity part. Now, their identity is their identity. Soul is also about themselves. Then how can they differ themselves beyond the titles they have, beyond the identity they have? What is it that you want them to do with their identity? And how can they acquire something else beyond their identity? Help us understand from the Soulfluence method perspective.
Yes. So when you are the soulful person leading from the soul, it means you have that higher consciousness. Yeah. So whatever you call your container or your vision, yourself is becoming bigger and unlimited because we are in a society of fitting in society, right? And living by judgment from others or expectation from others. So if you look at really truly, because you don't ask a question, but sometimes what you are repeating yourself or what you think is important, is it really you? Is it from really you in your soul? Sometimes it's from your parents, school, teachers, friends, or colleagues, or your boss, whoever. And I think if we live really truly our lives by expectation of others, that's where I really, really had that breakthrough moment when I realized success was really my driving force whole my life. Yeah. And my parents unfortunately passed away in 97. And when I started this work with Tony Robbins 2012, he asked, what is your most important value? Success, of course. And then he asked also, what is the rule? Why this is important for you? What is the rule making that success? I was so surprised. First thing was to make my parents proud. The thing is, my parents passed away 15 years ago already. So it means I was doing the things for the people who are not even here to watch me. They were there, in the sky and then watching me, of course, in my heart too, but not here physically. But I'm still doing the habit of doing it, just keep doing it, do more, have more, achieve more, right? Pushing myself. And that's the moment I said, Grace, what are you doing? What are you doing in your life? Right? So the moment that's where I decide, okay, I'm going to live my life now. I'm going to find my own voice. I'm going to find my soul and live the life of my own. So that's how it all started, really. So now I think, end of the day, my life is beautiful. I think I achieved a few things, ups and downs, but still I could be the same place, pushing me, doing me, having more. But what changes is your emotion, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your life. Are you content? Are you happy? Are you proud of yourself? Do you have a clarity? I think that makes all changes, Same place, but the journey. What kind of journey did you take to get there? So if you're a true leader, what is the price for you? What kind of leader do you want to be for yourself and for others?
Right, right, Grace. So, to become a soulful leader, do I have to go to the jungle and pray there, or what is the best way for me to? How do I become a soulful leader? I already had a soul. I did not know what to do with it. I always did about what profits. How do I then recover my soul? Is there a way, or or everyone has to come to you and learn about it, Grace? What is the best way to get started on this?
Yeah, for sure. There are so many ways. As I did, I did a Vipassana meditation, 10 days of silence. I did twice, right? That's one way you can go. You can do meditation, you can do yoga, you can do self journaling. There are so many ways to do, right? But with me, anyway, I was really wondering how I can support my clients and my leaders, the best way. The best way is so that's why I created the retreat and then 777 program. So 7 days retreat, 7 weeks of group coaching with the same people, same energy, and 7 months of individual coaching. 777. Why? Because to change your habit, you need the disruption. You can't just keep doing the same thing, thinking same thing, and expecting changes. Yeah, but we are so all busy, and we are all have the time issues, right? So therefore, we just postpone, keep doing the same thing. So that's why I was thinking, okay, that's 7 days we need to disrupt and we're having that shift body transformation. So that 7 days is going to be more body work, body energy, body transformation, and a voice transformation. So you will own your voice. You'll find what is your true voice during the 7 days. So we work every day, one chakra, one energy center. Day one, first chakra. Day two, second chakra, etc. So 7 chakras, right? 7 days. So once that basic foundation is done with your body, then now we group the people, and the 7 weeks of every week we meet, same energy, same peer group, because I saw so many people in the events or retreats. They go event, they empowered, and then they come out excited. Then few weeks later, even sometimes few days later, they go straight back and become same person. Why? I was like, why they spend so much money and go back and go back and go back? Because there's no continuation. Yeah. So I was thinking, okay, if I keep that people, same energy for 7 weeks, every week we meet together and keep that momentum. And then after that, once that transformation is very solid, and then I do individual coaching for 7 months to support them to integrate really in daily life.
Absolutely, absolutely, Grace. So, what does the transformation look like? How do I know, okay, when I have transformed, what sort of a person will I become after becoming a soulful leader?
So anyway, with my clients, the first thing they got is confidence, self-confidence. You can't imagine, even C-suite top level CEO to the managers or whoever, the most the common topic they come with me is self-confidence. I want to have a confidence. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this person, this so high position, he has everything, still confidence. Wow, that's interesting, isn't it? So self-confidence. And guess what? All the managers level, that the most thing they worry about is how their boss think about them, and they freeze like a board meetings, how they're going to think about me, how they're going to judge me, because we condition so much about the scoring, get your title, you're judged. So we continue to do that, right? um so yes, self-confidence, and after that, self-awareness. Therefore, it gives you clarity. So once you have a clarity, the sense of peace, oh, the sense of, yes, I know who I am, I know why I'm doing this, what I know, what I want to do, right? The clarity and a sense of peace, how to say. And then after that, higher consciousness. So you start to see the things you haven't seen before, because when you are in the forest, you see only the trees, right? But once you get out from the forest, you see everything, as Tony Robbins said. Right. So I think that's the main three things I would say I can bring to my clients. And first thing, how do I know? They change, their face change, their body shape change. They feel so more connected. So one of my clients, she just changed the work after 25 years. It took her 2 years to change the job, right? So much resistance, so much fear. And she changed. And the first thing she said, you know what? Everybody said me, oh, you look so happy. You look different. Isn't it a big win?
Yes, yes, it's very big thing. But what about a leader? Means what about he got to run a business? What about running the business? Because you need certain business tools within your personality. You got to be a strong leader. You got to look a bit dangerous so that people follow you. What happens to that? Because I'm not going to the jungle to live after transformation. I'm going into the big jungle of the real jungle of the concrete jungle, we can say, or the jungle of the business. There, I need to have the claws to fight back. If I become transformed, will I be still able to run my business, Grace?
Hmm. Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Very good question. Thank you for asking. You know what? Once you transform, once you find your soul, the life is not a fight anymore. You don't need to fight. And it becomes one. It becomes more collaborative. It becomes more love. Because when you're fighting mode and then you are in the survival mode or stress mode, it's all about you. It's all about you. You can't imagine me, 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 me. And sometimes I ask people, can you phrase a few sentences without me or I? They can't. They say, oh, it's so difficult, Grace. Don't say you, me. No, it's not you and me. It's us. It's everyone. It's one, right? Um, so I think that's it. You will change, and then you become that light to bonding others rather than fighting against them. So therefore, you attract that people, attract that energy. People will be drawn to you rather than you command them. If it makes sense.
Indeed, indeed, and it did make sense. Self-full leadership is certainly it makes sense, and this is the way. Means I have to ask questions because I have to understand things better from various sort of audience perspective. But yes, I guess it is time for this, especially in the times of artificial intelligence. So for those people, as there's much to learn from you, Grace, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to connect with you. A lot of clients would uh, want to get in touch with you. What is the know about your Soulfluence method? What is the best way for them to do so?
Yes, everything is on my website. So www. Grace Najean, my name, Grace Najean.com. So it's everything is there. There's a retweet page, there's a 7 page, or you can find me on the Facebook or LinkedIn. Any way you want to connect with me. I'll be so honored to support you and be part of your journey.
Wonderful. With this, it's a wrap on this very special edition of the KAJ Masterclass Live. Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Thank you so much.